Not a lot of artists get to that point where you get to put out 7 albums.
Yeah, especially in hip hop now. You know what I'm saying? With everything being so bam, 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 and you know, burning out so fast almost. You know, to get to have 7 albums is something. You know, it's something we celebrated.
What did that mean to kind of go get back in the studio with Pharrell for this album?
Well, actually, Pharrell has consistently been involved in Nelly's career, man.
What does he bring out in you?
We trust each other's opinion and we're in our ear for music, and we have great chemistry. You know what I'm saying? I think we both push each other. We both aren't afraid of challenges. You know, we also want to bring, you know, new music that you probably are not hearing at the time in a different way. So, you know, trying to have fresh ears almost, so to speak. And when we get in, you know, some people look at us crazy when we coming up with ideas in the studio, trust me. But by the time we get it down, get it laid, and get our vision out, it's usually something that's, you know, unheard of, but also celebrated.
You have a ton of collaborations on the album.
Yeah.
The one that I thought was way overdue was finally Nelly.
Getting a chance to work with her on this album, I think, was long overdue. It's funny because I think we probably came into the game around the same time, maybe a year or so off. I can remember doing some interviews, because at that time I think she was just using Nelly, and I was just using Nelly. So sometimes reporters would come in and I don't think they had the right Nelly questions. So, you're from Canada? No, I'm from St. Louis, baby. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's far away from Canada, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that clean on these streets around here, you know what I'm saying? So,
How did it come about? Because she's kind of been off the map for a little bit. Did you reach out to her? Or?
Yeah, definitely. She had kind of been off that radar to not been working, you know, being a mother and just being a family. And I know how precious that is when you get in this business.
How do you balance the two, being a parent and...
It's tough. I think that's the hardest job I've ever had in my life. I have a problem with little girls. My daughter has me around her finger, and my son, shut up, punk. Stand up. What you whining about? It's a double standard. So what? Suck it up. I said it's getting hot in here. You know, when you come up in this game and, you know, you're known as the party cat, and you never really have a problem dealing with females over a period of time. You know what I mean? And then you have a little girl, and it checks the soul. But I think we become the best fathers because we can prepare them for so much. Like, yo, that ain't it. He running game.
Is it hard to deal with that, to know that your daughter's gonna have to go through some kind of hardships, though?
You gotta let them learn for themselves sometimes, man. You know, experience is the best teacher, and sheltering, I think, is almost worse than not being there.
You've always been in terms of your personal life, though, definitely with your relationships, you've always been pretty private.
Well, with my children, too, man. I just, you know, you want to have something. Yeah. You know, I think in the day of social media now, it's kind of hard to, you know, keep as much as you want to yourself. And that's a tough thing to deal with, too, because I am a somewhat private person and try to keep things to myself, and I try my best, man, because you gotta have some type of sanctity, man. You give so much, everything's an open book.
Who are the people you lean on for support? I mean, because it's hard, you know, a lot of times...
It's hard when you're the top of the food chain in your circle, because everybody looks up at you when, you know, problems, but when you're at the top, you look up, it's just air. You know what I'm saying? And you try to lean on family and friends, and you know, you talk to certain people, and I talk to myself a lot.